Just Eve. Just Eve. I'm calling Ayos. I'm calling Ayos on you. I'm calling Ice on you. I'm calling Ice on you. I'm calling Ice on you. Stop and listen. I hear carnival music in my district. Loud and annoying. The thumping just keep coming. I'm calling Ice on you. 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 I'm calling Ice. I'm calling Ice. I'm calling Ice. I'm calling Ice. I'm calling Ice on you. 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 Stop and listen. I hear carnival music in my district. Loud and annoying. The thumping just keep coming. I'm calling Ice on you. I'm calling Ice on you. Stop and listen. I hear carnival music in my district. Loud and annoying. The thumping just keep coming. I'm calling Ice on you.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Today is February 7th, 2025. I'm Eve, and welcome to my show. Definitely had to give a pause to give some appreciation to my good brother Yoshi Mod for the music, for the holding music, for the that the song that you were able to take a listen to while I got things ready. I know maybe I was supposed to go live a little while ago, but life be lifing. And as a mother of 5 with a whole house, man, and dog to take care of, is it CPT? I don't know. Happy Black History Month. I'm so happy that, whoa, I don't even know if happy is the word because it's so many emotions that I feel like America is experiencing, especially now in 2025. I mean, it's like we've come so far and then people think we haven't come far enough. I guess I am one of those people who think that we got some ways to go, but yeah, we've made some headway. We've made some moves. And well, tonight I wanted to talk about some of these things. I wanted to talk about some of these moves, and if you're new here, welcome. I mean, really, there's a lot of y'all who are new here, and that's been kind of crazy. So shout out to YouTube for lifting that shadow ban for Black History Month, because I can't imagine any other reason for why so many of you have decided to check out my little show over here, or my channel, or any of the other videos other than the shadow ban's been lifted. Maybe I won't get so much love from YouTube after tonight, I probably wasn't supposed to tell y'all that they did this little thing. I have zero evidence for what I'm talking about. It's just kind of crazy how the numbers and these things work. But again, like I said, if you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit the likes if you like what I have to say. If you don't like what I have to say, then the comments are there. I do try to respond to people who are in the chat. Shout out to you, all the way free. And to you, Yoshimod, because when you made the song, I was floored. I think I deceased and then was risen again and then deceased again. But in 2025, this is what's going on, you guys.
Here in downtown, where hundreds and hundreds of pro-immigration protesters and demonstrators are making their march towards the south from City Hall. They started the day at City Hall. There are several hundred more demonstrators at the overpasses over the 101 freeway.
Now, I just want to know, on the day without immigrants, did any of you guys realize that the traffic was a little less congested, that maybe there were fewer accidents on the road? Maybe the cops weren't unable to fill their quota because they weren't pulling people over because of the things. If you come from a place that doesn't have stoplights, and I'm going to have to correct myself because I guess I was just in the moment. Garrett Morgan, that is the man that everyone should be appreciative and respecting for our ability to stop at an intersection. We've got a damn light. It says, hey, red means stop and green means go. And everybody has a different understanding and idea for what yellow means. But, I guess as long as you don't get hit, as long as you don't hit somebody, and as long as you don't get caught, yellow can mean whatever you want it to mean. If you come from a place that doesn't have a stoplight, then maybe you might be a person who continues to get in accidents. I mean, did you guys know that in sanctuary cities that people who are not supposed to be here, people who are breaking the law, they don't get in the same type of trouble if they were to get into an accident, because it's not like they have insurance. They don't necessarily have licenses. And, well, if they show proof of getting some training, some assistance, some help. I mean, damn, I was in court one day and I just kind of watched, and just having a translator there is the big difference. The fact that they want to be able to speak to you in a language that they understand. Never mind the fact that some of these people speak very good English until it's time to be accountable for some shit. And for what it's worth, look at your screen, you guys. This is in America. In America, you've got people waving. Is that the American flag? Let me see. Is there a way I can zoom in? Oh, there we go. There's an American flag right there. And that's all the same flag right there. I have no clue if y'all can see my mouse or not, but I know you can see my screen. I only see, okay, for honesty's sake, that looks like an American flag, but not sure. Okay, that looks like two flags, two American flags. And then what is this other flag? Is this like a state? Is this an American state? We are in America. Is this an American state? Oh, wait, there might be another flag right there. Looks like some stars. Might just be a reflection. Not sure. I don't know. Y'all can make your, oh, there is another flag. Okay, so 3 or 4 American flags, but all these other, what flag is that, you guys? Like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just playing. It's not that I've never seen this flag before. It's just not an American state. It's not an American territory. It's a whole other country. That's a whole other country's flag being flown in America with pride. And it's like, damn, are we at war with this country? No, we're not at war with this country. So it's not like these people from this country are protesting the war. I've got friends. I got a really good friend sister, maybe. I don't know if we sisters or not, but a really good friend. And she's all about these wars and how America needs to stop doing all of these things in all of these places. And I'm like, I feel you. Because really, when America takes care of home, then all of these fires that are started in all of these countries and all of these places all over the world, they stop. But America's not had the moment. They've not been given the pause. We've not had a moment to just chill, right? I mean, we've been helping everybody to our detriment. I know y'all saw USAID. I mean, Ilhan Omar is out here telling Somalian illegals how to dodge law enforcement. I mean, it's treasonous. I can't imagine that I would be in 2025 in the time where we're supposed to be having flying cars, you guys. Like, I grew up on the Jetsons. So from the Flintstones to the Jetsons, I mean, shit, from the Flintstones, there was no niggas there, to the Jetsons, there was still no niggas there. I mean, maybe there's a one-off, but still no niggas there. It's so crazy, right? But shit, we're supposed to be dealing with flying cars and houses in the sky. And, you know, I always wondered what was going on the ground. Like, is it because they fucked it all up and we have to live in the sky? And, you know, shout out to you, New York, because y'all are already paying for airspace. People are saying that we're not living in the time of the Jetsons, but we're already paying for airspace. I have a whole yard. It's not a huge yard, but it's enough yard to grow some food. And I know in some places you're not even allowed to do that because you live in some sort of housing authority. You have a homeowners association. They got rules on what you can do with your grass. But for what it's worth, shout out to my state, Virginia, the first colony, the biggest that I known landmass, original name. I mean, there's so many maps, but did y'all know that Virginia used to extend all the way up past New York? It's crazy, and it used to extend all the way past West Virginia. I mean, it's not just there. It's crazy when you start to do the research, but you know, when you dig deep, you find out that things aren't what they told you, and then, well, now you're mad. Now things are not making sense. The math ain't mathin', and I feel you. Because look, on your screen, there's a bunch of people who said that they were going to come here and from make a better life for themselves to make a path for their youth, young legacy, to give their people a better opportunity at doing things. These are people who were lied to because these are people who don't understand the system that they are fighting to be involved with. You know, we have a love, hate relationship with this system. And I say love first because some of you niggas, y'all just want to be the black supremacists that they keep telling all of us that we are when we start to give a damn about us. So yeah, some of y'all exist out here. I mean, some of y'all are out here calling yourselves the authority and not knowing the law in different states. I mean, shit is crazy. It's bananas. It's plantanos for the coconuts out there. But for what it's worth, you know, in 2025, we've got people waving flags from countries that we're not at war with, countries that we're not doing anything to except helping. I mean, really, we are export-import partners, and I guess it's just the border of it all. But shout out to President Trump, because Mexico could be the 51st state. I mean, this is where we are. Puerto Rico, I know y'all wanted to be the 51st state, and maybe y'all didn't want it, but you kind of wanted it. Sorry. He's looking at Mexico, and then I guess he's also looking at Canada, and I guess he's also looking at Panama. He's kind of looking past you, Puerto Rico. So, you know, on to the next one. But damn, look at this next one. They are here already, waving flags from a country that doesn't want them back. I've seen so many TikTok videos, YouTube videos, Facebook, all of the different social media platforms. I know I probably only named like 3, but all of these platforms where there are Mexican citizens saying that they don't want these people back. They've already self-identified as illegal. They're here illegally. Illegals. And then, damn, they said that the crime is down. The crime is down. I thought that we were just harboring good, decent people, people who just want a better life, a better shot at life, a better opportunity. But if the crime is down, does that mean that these people who are here for this better opportunity, are they here to do it the right way, or are they here to steal? Are they here to steal and take from you? Because that's what I see happening. And really, is it stealing if you're giving it away? Look, if you exist in a state that is a sanctuary state, you're already fucked. If you're in a city that's a sanctuary city, you're already fucked. If you're in a state like mine that's not quite a sanctuary state, you've got some moves to be made. Or, well, be comfortable losing your position of power because, well, FAFO, right? Or FAAFO. I mean, you can fuck around and find out. But the Great American Reset is here. Trump said he was going to make America great again. And I don't know that I've had any issues with how he's moved. This is America.
What started as a few dozen youth gathered at Sasser Park, growing to hundreds in minutes, empowering one another.
LAPD with lots of reinforcements in place. They have been watching what has been a mostly peaceful protest. Several teams of
Hundreds in minutes, empowering one another.
LAPD with lots of reinforcements in place. They have been watching what has been a mostly peaceful protest.
What started as a few dozen youth gathered at Sasser Park, growing to hundreds in minutes, empowering one another.
LAPD with lots of reinforcements in place. They have been watching what has been a mostly peaceful protest. Several teams of LAPD skirmish lines now moving the crowd back away from the freeway.
Did he just say "Hola, policia"? I mean, captions are wonderful, but if you know languages, then you can kind of pick up on certain things. But it sounded like he said, "What's up?" to the police officers, but okay. Now this right here, I no speak Spanish, no hablo español. Not like y'all. But did she just say La Raza? Is that what she said?
¡Oye, policía!
What started as a few dozen youth gathered at Sasser Park, growing to hundreds in minutes, empowering one another.
LAPD with lots of reinforcements in place. They have been watching what has been a mostly peaceful protest. Several teams.
I mean, it sounded like she said La Raza, which is a variant of La Raza, which is Espanol for the race. Okay, it could also mean the people, but what people? Is she talking about the people that she should be thanking for the ability to be over here with her brown self, speaking her native tongue? Or is she talking about somebody else? Because I find that a lot of people come here, they eat off of the sacrifice, the blood, sweat, and years of my ancestors' hard work. And then they're angry that the math ain't mathin', but it's like, you're not from here, so I get it. You don't quite get it. You thought that you had an in, but the system that you're trying to participate with doesn't fuck with you either. So it's like you fucked around and found out. And, well, shout out to Tom, because Tom is coming. And, well, two wings, same bird. I'm not silly, you guys, but I am saying that they've had a lot to say about people who are not from here, who are not supposed to be here. And I know y'all keep sharing melanated people who are quote, quote, citizens, but y'all are going to have to peel back some layers. A lot of the people that you've been sharing are first generation immigrants or people who got their citizenship. So I'm not saying that they're not citizens based off of the current law that was in place when they were born and or got their citizenship. What I am saying is that they are not a 14th Amendment recipient or supposed authentic recipient. The 14th Amendment was supposed to be for a specific group of people. And the fact that other amendments and laws had to be written to include other people should tell everybody that they allowed the math to be fucked up. But I guess it's because they understood that people in areas of poverty, they're not like the niggas from here. They're not gonna want to fix up their home. They're gonna flee. So when they flee, yeah, maybe we did fuck it up, right? Maybe we did go over there and fuck their shit up. You know, Haiti, right? I have a love relationship for Haiti. More love than hate, but love because damn, 1804. Hate because damn, half your country said fuck you. Like what happened? What happened, Haiti? And then love because still you've been able to be here. I mean, you almost have a story that's akin to ours, but then the ones of y'all that flee over here, y'all start, well, let me not say all because it's never all, but it's just a lot of entitlement and not a lot of selfless acts. You know, it's very selfless for a person who is going through something to say, you know, fuck what I'm going through. What are you going through? And that's the Black Americans' experience. I'm so proud of you guys who have said enough is enough. I mean, really, enough of y'all have said enough is enough to the point where y'all are making my system glitch. I never imagined that this nod to what people have been doing, what we should be doing, and where we are would have such an impact. And I'm humbled. But this is where we are. We're at a time where Black America has said, we ain't taking this shit no more.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bruh.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bruh.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
black,
it's a black man working here. You gonna serve
my
this
mommy
man?
and daddy are black, so I can
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that?
Right, because you're a nigga.
I don't even know you. You a bum.
Bruh,
If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though,
you're
right?
not gonna do shit, nigga.
I'm not gonna do shit.
You're not gonna do
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna. I'll drop you.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bruh.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bruh.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
black,
it's a black man working here. You gonna serve
my
this
mommy
man?
and daddy are black, so I can
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that?
Right, because you're a nigga.
I don't even know you. You a bum.
Bruh,
If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though,
you're
right?
not gonna do shit, nigga.
I'm not gonna do shit.
You're not gonna do
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna. I'll drop you.
And this is where we are, 2025, Black America. And really, look, a lot of people who are not Black American are tired of being treated like a nigga. I mean, really, there were people who were willing to take themselves out of the equation because they didn't like having to work hard. I'm sorry to put it like that with the jokey joke tone. It's just so strange that what Black America, and not melanated America, you guys, Black America, the people who've identified as Black since 1776, God damn it. I mean, yeah, we've had a lot of different names given to us, And the name that I like, the name that I think is strong, foundational. I mean, shit, you can look at the definition of foundational and understand why someone would appreciate how words mean things. But, in 2025, you get to call yourself whatever you want. I mean, prior to Trump taking office, there were people saying that they were all sorts of things. It took a racist to get into office. It took a felon racist to get into office and say, hey, there's only two genders, and why the fuck are we having this conversation? But, you fuck around and find out. And, well, now people are suing states because the state has canceled their appointment. This gender reassignment surgery that was scheduled for their child is no longer available. And I'm sorry. I mean, damn, think about all the damage that has been done already. But shout out to Trump, because maybe he has assisted in preventing some irreversible damages. I mean, I'm sorry. If you're a person who doesn't want to be you, then maybe you can wait until you have the right. Right now, children, they don't have rights. Babies, they don't have rights. They are the property of their parents unless the state takes control of them, and then they are a ward of the state. And really, I know social security numbers and birth certificates and all that shit, we all really belong to the system, but let's just not look at it with that lens and just look at it in a holistic general lens, like how things would make sense. Your child is your responsibility, your liability. If they break something in the store, you got to pay for it. They don't pay for it, right? So in the same form and fashion, they don't fucking have any rights. So how dare you use your little baby who has no rights to sue the damn government? Did you know that there are people suing the government right now because they're pregnant, but they're not gonna be able to use any benefit that was available to them when they got pregnant? And that is a fucking kicker. I mean, talk about fuck around and find out. They fucked around and found out. It's the Great American Reset over here. And shit, maybe if you had just done a little bit of research, you would know that the system that you want to participate in doesn't fuck with you either. I mean, really, we have a new ancestor, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. I know he wasn't a doctor according to them, but the way he healed so many people's confusion, I guess I'm cool with giving him that title. And from there, well, he transitioned, and at the beginning of this month, the shortest day of the month that they've allowed us to start with a week, Carter G. Woodson gave us a week to appreciate all that we've done. I mean, we had to cram it into a week. And people wonder why they only know about Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King. It's because niggas had to start with a week. Pat yourself on the back for making it to 2025 when we can talk about it for every day. Every single day if you want to. I know most of y'all are probably like my family. You really only can take it during the month of February because they've allowed it. So, be blackety black during the month of February. Just know it's okay to love you, appreciate you, and respect your story every other day of the year, because Black history is American history.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bruh.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bruh.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
black,
it's a black man working here. You gonna serve
My
this
mommy
man?
and daddy are black, so I
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that?
Bruh, because you're a nigga.
I don't even know you. You a bum.
Bruh,
If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though,
you're
right?
not gonna do shit, nigga.
I'm not gonna do shit.
You're not gonna do
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna. I'll drop you.
Black America, our history is the foundation of this country. I mean, come on. Can't you see the play on words? Can't you love it? I mean, you can love it and hate it at the same time, like how we like sneak this and give props all at the same time. They learned from us so well that they say, bless her heart. And God damn it, if that's not a goddamn curse, don't let nobody say bless your heart to you, to your face, because damn, they don't give a shit about you. But that's just the South's influence on my understanding of formalities. You know, this situation, maybe y'all are not from here. I'm sorry. I know men who will question you a couple times. Like, make sure you ask the question, because after you've been given the answer a couple different times, it's like, well, you really meant that. And if you really meant it, then I guess you're really ready for the consequences. Do y'all not know niggas like that? I mean, from my daddy to my uncle to my brothers to my man, do y'all not know niggas like that? If you don't, maybe it's because you're not from here, and that's okay. But what's not gonna be okay is you thinking that you're entitled to what I'm entitled to because we look the same. No, our experience, it matters. And in the fuck around, find out era, a lot of people are getting their nigga wake up call. Really, I mean, all shades of brown is getting their nigga wake up call. And really, it's not just in 2025. It's been bubbling.
This ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, motherfucker, and now it's Phoenix, goddammit.
Look, y'all, that was years ago. Almost. Okay, don't quote me. It was more than 5 years ago for sure. So, if at a comedy show, Cat Williams can loudly, proudly, confidently let a nigga know that, yeah, you might be as a nigga because, you know, you're not one of them yet. But you're not of the land, you're not from here, so maybe just sit down and enjoy the show. But people like doing too much. And I know there's all sorts of conspiracies about Cat paying this nigga to do this. I don't know. Y'all can think what you want. And I'm not here to tell you how to think. I really just want you to think. Again, if you're new here, you don't know my shows. I just want y'all to think about things. And I know you don't really have the time to think about things. So really, you're never really going to have the time to think about what the fuck I think about. Because my brain is just, it is always going. And when the math ain't mathing, it's got to be a reason why. The man that I told you about earlier, Mr. Neely Fuller, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., if you will, he made things real simple. And when you take all the layers back and things are real simple, well, you can have a goal, you know, somewhere where you want to go, a utopia. But a lot of people say, Eve, you know, you talk about white supremacy a lot. What about when there's no more white people? Because, you know, you can see they're in the global red. They're in the birth deficit. They're declining. And I know I watched Joe Biden tell those black faces in high places that they're going to have to speak Espanol because of shit like this.
Of LA hundreds and hundreds of pro-immigration protesters and demonstrators are making their march towards the south from City Hall. They started the day.
I mean, the audacity, the cojones to be marching with your illegal status down Main Street, City Hall, whatever the fuck, and hundreds and hundreds. I mean, really, I'd know niggas who'd be like, Tom is coming. I ain't gonna be out there with you niggas doing that shit. And it's like, damn, y'all are the ones who say we aren't our ancestors because, and the reason we're in 2025 is because we fought back. It's not because we fled. If we fled, we wouldn't be here, stupid. But it's okay. The stuck on stupid moment is not your fault until it is. And then when it is your fault, I like the word confused. But you can use whatever word you like. I just know that it's real strange to have people who don't even speak your language.
Day at City Hall, there are several hundred more demonstrators.
At City Hall. At City Hall, they're trying to get laws. They don't even speak English trying to get laws.
At the overpasses over the 101 freeway.
Blocking traffic. And you know, all sorts of white people get mad at niggas when we were like, Black Lives Matter. And when I say we, I just mean the global nigga, not me specifically, because I was never a Black Lives Matter as much as don't all lives matter. We don't really need to get like that. But damn, y'all withholding resources like that. So I get people doing that. I get it. But no, the Black Lives Matter crew did not get me for any of my money, and I'm happy to be able to say that. But they said, you niggas who are actually going through this thing that we've identified, we all know what it is, but y'all are actually going through this. We're sorry, but we're not going to do anything about it yet. And you're blocking traffic because, well, people got to get to work, and there could be an ambulance, and there could be an emergency, and there could be a crime happening, and you're blocking traffic. Going to jail. Look at this shit. That look alike people blocking traffic to me. And I don't know. It's like maybe y'all just need a little bit of.
I'm calling ice. I'm calling ice on you.
And you know, he can just let you know it's okay. Because if ICE didn't want your help, why do they have a hotline? Nobody can answer that question for me. And it's a real question I have, because if they don't want the help, why is there a hotline? Y'all keep telling us to do the right thing. I guess we came from a time of like, snitches get stitches, right? Now we're like, fine. We'll do it your way. We will tell when people are breaking the law. And y'all are like, wait, no, not them people. You're only supposed to tell on your own people. And it's like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get if the law is supposed to be applied to everybody the same. That makes sense because it's the law. But when the law is not being applied the same, when is enough? And when the fuck are people gonna stop playing us? You know, because I pity the fool who goes to a Cat Williams comedy show and isn't ready for this little midget to be on stage. I'm sorry, not midget. Maybe I'm taller than you, Cat. I don't know.
USA! I don't give a fuck! No, nigga, this is my hood, nigga. Motherfuckers think they can live in this country and then still be allegiance to another fucking country. If you love another country more than you love America, motherfucker, then people step into that bitch. Do you remember?
And it's like, damn, at least more than 5 years ago, because again, I think that this was, more than 5 years ago. Not going to do the actual math because I don't have the year in my face and it's not something I memorized for the show, as much as I just wanted y'all to know that this isn't new. Niggas have been saying, look, if you don't like it here, get the stepping. Like, have you ever had somebody over your house and like you don't have a lot, but you're good? And they're like, yo, I'm hungry or I'm thirsty or whatever. And you're like, all right, I got you. You offer them whatever you have. And that motherfucker don't fucking want what you have. I mean, I get it. You might be used to what you used to. You might like what you like. But if you done out your mouth, let me know that you want something from here. First, I'm going to have to assume that you know what's here. So, like, what, are you expecting me to go out of my way? You want me to do extra? I mean, it's just giving white people. And I'm sorry, white people, because it's nothing against you, but like, it's the extra of it all. Because, I don't know, I mean, it seems like all these proverbs, these African ancient proverbs that people keep wanting to tell us, Pan-African thoughts and shit, you know, that's back when there were no white people. So taking that into consideration, the fact that the map don't look the same, take all of these things into consideration. Pan-Africanism didn't exist because there was no need for it. When Black America finally had the ability to pause, think about things, and we started traveling because we were allowed to get the fuck on, we didn't flee. We traveled, we learned, we studied, and we brought it back. And it was like, yeah, the math, because it's more of us than them. So no, we don't have to really deal with this like this, because eventually these niggas is going to get it. Eventually. And hopefully it's going to be right now because, you know, well, more of us than them. If there are more of us, then we can finally do something about these things. And shout out to the ancestors this Black History Month. But, you know, to your detriment, loving people. Sometimes you have to put yourself first, but I get it. That's kind of traumatic because maybe we're in this position because you put yourself first. I get the circle. I get the repeat. But when you've been in a space for as long as we've been in a space, when you get the time to pause, you can start thinking about these things. And yeah, I know I speak from a me first perspective, but what other experience do I have? I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not the be all end all. I'm just Eve, y'all. But the way these people are fucking around and finding out, I can appreciate the fact that it seems like a reset. I mean, Cat Williams, all 150 pounds of him. I don't want to say anything more than that because I think that would make him fat, but he's so confident back then. And, well, here we are today. And I find that people are sharing the sentiment. And maybe you didn't think about it like this, but just
Remember when white people used to say, go back to Africa, and we had to tell them we don't want to? So if you love Mexico, bitch, get the fuck over there.
So am I on his side? Would I have enjoyed that show? Hell no, right? You know, again, it's comedy. You got to give a little wider leeway. So then it opens up the question of guilty or not guilty. Anna.
Guilty without a question. I would say that it goes too far. I don't think that was part of a comedy skit. I don't think he was funny. I don't think he was attempting to be funny. I think that in that particular instance, he was attacking a member of the audience who was Mexican. And for some reason or another, when you attack a Mexican, everybody sits back and laughs about it like it's some sort of joke.
No, I know, but look,
I'm sorry. You had a goddamn comedy show. It's a fucking joke. I don't give a shit if you 4,000 pounds. If you took your big ass to a comedy show, it's a fucking joke. And it could hurt whatever is being said about your big 4,000 big back ass. But that's what it is, a self-inflicted wound. Why the fuck are y'all so emotional? Is it what you're eating? Is it the water? Is it the sun? I mean, it's got to be something, and it can't just be the fact that everybody's cool with things, because everybody's not cool with things. These two people are not original Americans. You know, I want to have a conversation, and shout out to you last on Twitter, because you said it on Twitter when I was thinking it and not saying it publicly. So I like to give attrition and attribution and when I see things. And I did see you say this first on Twitter. So shout out to you. But look, I want to have a conversation with the WASPs, the original white people of America. Like, y'all, where are y'all at? Are y'all gone already? Because the way it's looking, well, global red for people who don't have melanin. So on your screen right now, half is already gone. But like I said, not an original American. I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to the colonizers. You know, I want to have a conversation, because is this what you expected? Because if you had just paid what you owed at the time when you should have paid what you owed, and really, if you hadn't done any of this, we wouldn't be here. But if you had just paid what you owed, we wouldn't be here. 1865 to 2025 is how many years, y'all? I know. I'm not really expecting you to comment in the chat, even though, shout out to you. I see you out there listening, and I can appreciate the listening. I hope it's causing you to have some thoughts, because in 2025, that is this many years, 160 years after the emancipation of the enslaved. That's a long fucking time to not pay your debt. And it's not like it hasn't been agreed and established that there is a debt. There's a whole word for it. The debt, reparations. There's a whole precedent that has been set. People have already been paid for harms done by our government specifically. But the original harms, the original fucked upness of all of this, and the fact that so many of you are here because of us and because of the debt. I mean, really, you would think that there would be more people who would want the scales to be balanced. But no, you know, it's cool. I get that you wanted a seat at the table. I understand that you fucked around and found out that there is no seat at the table for you because you didn't know who Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. is. And it's not like all niggas know who that is either, because you don't. But if you do know who he is, I hope you say something for his family. You know, have a thought. Y'all do them thoughts and prayers and shit. You know, have a thought for his family as they transition and deal with the transition of their family member and recently departed. But there's only two types of people inside of the system, and it's white people and everybody else, which is why I get when people say black first. It's strong. It's unifying. It's flat. It's flat as fuck. You know, it's like people who believe in flat earth. Flat. But you can't believe in flat earth if you can dig into that bitch. It's not flat anymore. Right? I mean, that's not flat. I mean, I get the plane that we exist on is the plane that we exist on, but the fact that we can have all sorts of different creative geniuses and creative moments, it extends our ability to do things. And, well, people who no speak English can come over here and get an application, not just an application. Did you know that you can get your ballot in your native language, whatever the fuck it is? So you can't speak the language, well enough to be able to vote in the election in the language that the people are speaking and that you're voting for. So you need a ballot in your native language. You see how I'm not just signaling out the Mexicans? I don't really have no issues with the Mexicans. I don't. But you're not about to be over here waving the Mexican flag, talking about anything. I mean, really, it's not just me. I am just Eve, though. Shout out to you, Dimitri K. I find that you got that voice. It's what's missing. There's never been any game passed on between Black women because we've had this competitive thing going on. I don't think there's any need to compete really as much as, if you're good at something, be good, be great, be better than everybody else doing it. But it doesn't mean that there can't be other people doing it. If there aren't other people doing it, how do you know you're better than anybody? I mean, I like competition like that, but if you tune in to me on Wednesdays, you know that me and Dr. Winters talk about this a lot. It is probably because of the sport background, like the active participating in sports, and maybe the coaching aspect too. It's a full circle understanding of why people have to have different positions. You don't want the tallest nigga on your team dribbling the ball up the court when they could be defending the basket, catching them rebounds, right? I don't know. It's not always about basketball.
Communities in the United States historically have been severely handicapped by the party that they have been convinced to vote for over and over and over again. They've been made promises to, they've been lied to, they've been told that their schools were going to get money, that they were going to get economic impact in their neighborhoods, and it never happens because the people that convince them to vote for them are the most conniving, snaky, dirtiest politicians in the world, and they steal the money, and then they leave the Black communities to flounder. That's been going on for 60, 70 years. That should be fixed before we go over to some place in some other part of the world and try to help those people. Like, those are American citizens that need to be handled and treated just like every other American citizen. If I was a Black person in America, in a Black neighborhood, a Black urban area that's been run down, and I see them sending hundreds of billions of dollars to other places like Israel and Ukraine and wherever else, what the dude? Look at my neighborhood. Right. Look at my community.
So as you saw and heard him say there, unfortunately, the people that we elect, right, Black Americans, they are often snaky and dirty, and they lie and they do for everybody else except for the people that elected them. Of course, he talked about the dilapidation in our communities. And he said, yeah, if I was Black American, I would be mad watching the United States government send money to everybody else, Ukraine, Israel, and not give that money to the people who truly deserve it, right? We know that America's original sin is slavery. It has never been atoned for. We have heard a lot of people, not just white supremacists, but people who want to be white supremacists, tell Black Americans, you don't deserve it. You weren't slaves.
Look, real quick. Look at them fields. I know they told you was a cotton picking nigga. And yeah, some of you niggas picked cotton, but that's not all. That's not all. Please, if you do anything because you listen to my channel once tonight, unlearn some of that shit that you learned. A lot of that shit was wrong. A lot of it was straight lies. And when people tell you plainly, confidently, and just without a thought that the Mexicans are picking the food because there's nobody who was picking the food, not only did they force us to do all of this shit, but we became the only skilled laborers. I mean, really, you got an H-1B visa out here because they don't want to pay niggas to do the shit that we've been doing. They will outsource that shit to some other niggas. Again. Goddamn. Look, in the chat, I knew look, in the chat. Y'all, in the chat, you can't see this in the chat. Look at this shit. Shout out to you, because I swear to God, I was about to bring this up, and I'm glad you texted me about it, because I didn't know that was you in the chat, but I swear to God, I was about to talk about this. Y'all see this? Do you remember who hijacked the bus? It's a fucking illegal who hijacked the bus that Samuel Dunlap's talking about. Look, goddamn it, my mom, a foundational Black American, was working her job, and an illegal hijacked the bus that she was working on. You know, when you're a bus driver, truck driver, y'all working hours. And as much as driving it doesn't bother me. I can't see me doing it, but I have seen some of y'all's paychecks and I get it. And again, shout out to my mom. That's not my mom in the chat, but look, that is definitely talking about what I was going to talk about. My mom's bus got hijacked by a goddamn illegal, 20 years ago? Almost 20 years ago? And the amount of shit she had to go through to get any sort of restitution, because I wouldn't call it justice. You know, when you work for certain corporations and entities, you sign certain dotted lines, you say, hey, I accept responsibility for certain things, and then it's almost like you're held to a higher standard than the goddamn police. Because the police, they get guns and then they get put on the streets and then they can shoot somebody and say, I was afraid for my life. Never mind the fact that it was a child. Never mind the fact that they don't have a weapon. Never mind the fact that it was a goddamn acorn that fell off the tree onto a car and they got spooked. I mean, look them stories up. They exist, and in way bigger numbers than you ever thought. But I know you don't have the time to look this shit up, but this incident is very close to home for me, and I'm sorry to tell me that there's people here willing to do the things that nobody wants to do. I remember a time when we were forced away from the things that we were forced to do. Like, how do we have the skills and then, no, you don't get to. Not we don't want to, but you don't get to. Why? Eminent domain. Why? You don't get to because you can't afford the taxes. I mean, it's chief somebody or another up the way from here where I live paying taxes, talking about the sovereign because they paid $5 to be on some roll. Never mind the fact that their DNA doesn't quite match up. The math ain't mathin', but the paperwork does. So, you know, to exist in a time where your paperwork matters, how dare you be mad that you got caught up in a sweep without your paperwork? It's almost like you don't remember niggas having to walk miles with their papers. I mean, I showed y'all last week the damn newspaper. Niggas was losing their papers and paying for ad space in the paper to say, hey, if you've seen my papers, will you please give them back to me? Lost and found like shit. I digress, because what she's talking about is what I'm talking about. She on your screen, Demetri K, not my mom anymore. But shit, I mean, it was this pause moment that I had on this field work that people keep saying, who's gonna pick the oranges? Eve, who's gonna do the field work? I mean, shit, if you hadn't forced the niggas that you forced to do the work off of the land that was theirs, away from the land that was theirs, away from the land that they helped you exist on, because without their help, y'all was eating each other. Where are the original white people? Are y'all gone? Do we have to speak a Espanol? Because if we do, I mean, they season their food. They accept the fact that they do have melanated indigenous roots. They don't like it, but at least they accept the fact that it's there. You know, the original white people, they don't accept the fact that they have melanated ancestry. I mean, the deeper they dig, a nigga, they don't like it though. But still, are y'all out there? Because I really want to have a conversation. It's almost like y'all are the original FAFO. But I mean, it took a couple hundred years, you know, to fuck around and find out that the way that you thought it was going to work out ain't really working out. And it's only because we don't give a damn anymore. A lot of us have removed ourselves from these shenanigans. And again, for this woman to have a channel, shout out to Phil, not badass Uncle Phil on the other channel, but Phil from the African Diaspora News Network, because I mean, he's giving people an opportunity to speak their speech, melanated people. And this woman right here, she's speaking the language I speak, and I hope you can appreciate it.
Our ancestors, you know, are the ones that did it. We didn't do it, right? We've heard all of that. So basically, no, you ain't gonna get it. How about this? We've heard Kamala Harris say, no, I'm not gonna do something that just benefits Black people. No, Joe Biden, I'll be damned if I'm held responsible for something my ancestors did 300 years ago, right? So that's what we've been hearing. But to his point, we've been signing up and lining up to vote for Democrats that have thumbed their noses at us. Seeing the other thing that he did not say, and maybe he said it somewhere else, but I'm going to say it. We got to stop doing that. We have to stop voting for people because they're a Democrat or they're Black. Now, if they happen to be a Democrat and or a Black Democrat and they do good for the community, great. Keep them in office.
And this is why things like this, good examples.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bro.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bro.
Now, if y'all are going to sit here and act like there are not white people out here that talk like this, shame on you. The internet exists. Do some homework. You have enough time to TikTok.com and find you a little white boy like this, a little scooter shooter wigga who grew up in trailer park type shit. Y'all in the comments, Smeagol, but I see it. And you can see for yourself the fact that people just make content to be seen talking like this is enough for me. You can't sit here and tell me that, you know, well, this is just for the internet and it doesn't really have an impact on your day to day. I mean, shit, if you've been here with me for a while, you know that the internet is a very real place, undefeated, and anything you want it to be. For right now, especially right now, delineation era, 2025, the Great American Reset. An example.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
Black.
it's a Black man working here. You gonna?
My mommy and daddy are Black. Look, y'all have been killing me because I died about 11 times because it's not that my mommy and daddy are Black. It's the fact that you have white people out here saying, I got a best friend. My brother's Black. I know a Black guy. That guy Todd at the office. I voted for Barack Obama. Shit, I voted for Kamala Harris. What? That's supposed to give you the invite to the cookout? Y'all need to rescind every single invite to the cookout or no more cookouts because Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. said that niggas don't know how to act when we get around each other for periods of time. There's a book. You can go to Produce Justice. Hold up. It's producejustice.com. and get a copy of your counter-racist code by our good brother, Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who, again, is now an ancestor as of February 1st. But the code, that shit is timeless. And as many people has been saying that they know about the code, I find that the application is lacking. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I'm saying it to let you know that I notice it and I want something to be done about it. I can't say that something's a problem, not identify the problem, and then say there's the solution for the problem. I mean, outside of that, you're just bitching, and that's not productive at all. If America's going to take any example from us, it's got to be the fact that we're not going to be stuck on stupid with this shit. The energy transfer has to be the fact that we are mobile. God damn it, we're moving in a direction that makes sense because the maths, more of us than them. There's always been more of us than them. But okay, you get that now. Now that you get that, well, what are you going to do about it? Because if you're going to just flat black yourself to death, then lay flat on your back and take it. Just do it out the way. Because you sharing your shit, it's to our detriment. And I'm cool with you sharing your shit, but can you do it after we get what's ours? I'll be damned if I tell my child that they have to share anything with anybody if they don't want to, as much as they should understand that business. They should understand that, I mean, if you want to have relationships with people, there's a compromise that happens sometimes, and you might not like it, but maybe there's something to be gained later. And I don't mean that they have to go into every situation thinking what is there to be gained, but I do think that the way that people have been taught this give to your detriment, you done fucked around and found out too. You're also having a reset, and I get it. You don't like it. It's uncomfortable. But I'm here. I know I'm just Eve, and I don't have all the time in the world. That's one of the reasons I was late tonight. But I do have a little bit of time sometimes. And when I do have this time, I'd like to share it with y'all, let you know some of these things that I've been thinking about, because the conversation is shifting. And no, it's not going to take everybody. As much as, damn, y'all, shout out to y'all. Look, it's a lot of fucking people out here who said,
You
this is an
gonna
example.
service, man? I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that?
Because really, I've heard you niggas say to another nigga, you ain't about to call me no nigga. Like, really, nigga? Okay, all right, fine. You want us to retire the word. But no, we're not retiring this word until we retire other words. And for me, we can't retire nigga until we get rid of racism, white supremacy. It doesn't work. I mean, I get we're bigger than things. We're bigger and badder, and you can do so much. But listen to the example that's being set.
I don't even know you. You a bum. If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though, right?
Look at the understanding of the law. Look at how fucking knowledgeable we have to be of our emotion. Look at the emotional intelligence. And again, shout out to y'all, because all the people saying fake, they must not know a nigga like this. They must not. Well, maybe they gonna fuck around and find out. But I hope they don't, because it's the example for me. The fact that we've been taught from birth, you have to do more, be better, be 10 times better to get an ounce of what anybody else is getting, that none of these other people, none of these other niggas, whether they niggas who eat beans and rice or they niggas who eat bush meat, none of these other niggas is having the same conversations in their homes when they're being reared. But us, we've always been taught and have known you got to do more to get less, Because if you don't do more to get less, you ain't getting shit. And then, yeah, there's white people out here who say, oh, the government's paying SNAP and the government's got Medicaid and WIC and the government's got programs. But these are also the same people who are using the government to our detriment. I mean, you Google for yourself who the number one recipient of governmental assistance is, and it's not the nigga next door. I mean, we've moved so far past that they tried to put a cockroach in a cartoon with some niggas, and niggas was like, what? Okay. Over your head. That's all right. Just don't say I didn't warn you, because Michelle Obama, a foundational Black American, she was trying to tell y'all how things used to be. And I can appreciate the fact that she's a lot older than me. But it's the unlearn and relearn that I'm asking. You know, I'm not telling you how to think. I just want you to think about the fact that a lot of the shit that you learned and laid your foundations of things on was some shit. I mean, straight up lies. And if they weren't lies because the person wasn't lying to you as much as they had also been lied to, when they go low, yeah.
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna.
Go high. Really, truly. I mean, I say that with all the love in the world because that's what we're known for. We love people to our detriment, but I'm here to tell you I will love you to death and be very appreciative of the room that was made in your absence, because the fact that we have to accept transitions of things when we're not ready for these things, but still we have to do things, and then y'all other people can come over here and start glitching and acting like, God damn it, there ain't shit. I'm sorry. You just got here. You just got here. You just got here. You know, back in the day, at least they was saying Dr. Martin Luther King. You know, they was at least giving shout outs to the niggas. No, they came over here now and they're like, us, what the fuck about us? And a lot of you niggas said, yeah, you know, because us, they fucking with us, and you know, when they stop fucking with us, then maybe they won't fuck with everybody else. But no, you need to rethink that thought. To my sister from another mister and another mother, because we're not related at all. But, you know, maybe you are of the foundation, and if you are, I get the glitching that you have specifically because you got all sorts of genetic things going on in your ancestry. However, when America stops fucking with everybody and takes care of home, then it's an opportunity for America to do what's right by the people that they fucked with originally, because you don't want to fuck around and find out that this is not the nigga you thought it was. You don't. You know how I know you don't? Because of all of you saying that this is fake.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bruh.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bruh.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
black,
it's a black man working here. You gonna serve
my
this
mommy
man?
and daddy are black, so
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that? I don't even know you. You a bum. If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though, right?
You're not gonna do shit, nigga.
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna. I'll drop you.
And like I said, Black history is American history. And the other night, I was just Okay, I misspoke, but I don't know why I misspoke, because these two foundational Black Americans, these two native Black Americans, these two descendants of chattel slavery here in America, they should get some recognition. So, Lewis Latimer, the man that allows us to keep our lights on and then, run the power bill up. Black man from here, of here. Garrett Morgan, the man who gave us the ability to respect the flow of traffic and so many other things. I mean, he's got a bunch of patents, and Lewis Latimer has a few patents, and both of them should get appropriate respect. And I misspoke the other day. I want to say it was on Do Sanctuary Cities. That's the show I'm talking about. So if you caught me on it, that's great, because it means that you know more than a lot of people. If you didn't catch me, it's okay, because we human, right? We people be peopling, but it is the accountability for me. If you're over here, you're going to understand that, yeah, I'm going to catch myself saying some shit that I probably don't need to be saying. I might say some shit that I didn't need to say. I might say some wrong shit. But, when I find out that I'm wrong, I deal with it. Can you? When you find out that you're wrong, can you deal with it? Or do you fuck around and find out that that's not the motherfucker to be playing with? I mean, I would hate for you to be this person. Y'all remember her? I love you, Mr. Trump. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Man. Okay, I'm just kidding. She probably is on his payroll. I'm not going to lie. Look, that nigga probably went to Mar-a-Lago and was like, look, I need 5 of y'all non-niggas, non-white people to come with me. And then go look pretty on camera for me. It's like, I'm just playing. She loves Trump. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just Eve, y'all. But for what it's worth, I hope that tonight you don't fuck around and find out that you've been saying black and brown, and these people have only been talking about.
Started as a few dozen youth gathered at Sasser Park, growing to hundreds in minutes, empowering one. What started as a few dozen youth gathered at Sasser Park, growing to hundreds in minutes, empowering one another.
LAPD with lots of reinforcements in place. They have been watching what has been a mostly peaceful protest. Several teams of LAPD skirmish lines now moving the crowd back away from the freeway.
I'm sorry. Wasn't certain parts of California just dealing with some fires? Like, this looked like a fire hazard to me. Didn't they just say that they got issues with putting out fires and they just causing all sorts of fire hazard? La Raza, they not even saying it in English, but I'm supposed to accept the fact that there's some sort of coalition. But it's okay. Unlearn and relearn means that you accept the fact that you were lied to. Accept the fact that this is where we are. And that you can do something about it. I mean, you can do something about it.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh, boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bro.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me that?
What are you talking about? You're a nigga, bro.
That's crazy.
My mommy and daddy are
Hey,
black,
it's a black man working here. You gonna serve this man?
My mommy and daddy are black, so
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that? I don't even know you. You a bum. If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though, right?
You're not gonna do shit, nigga.
I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna. I'll drop you.
And I'm saying in 2025, when niggas have been reared for hundreds of years of be better than, even though you're going to get less, and know that, yeah, they're going to pull you over because you's a nigga, but, you know, be humble. Nigga, don't give them a reason. Nigga, just pull your bootstraps up. Pull up them big girl panties and take it. It's just law enforcement. I mean, in a time when this is how we were reared, you've got people who have no clue. And yeah, I mean, all the way free. No one wants to get Humpty Dumptied. And for what it's worth, all the people in the comments saying, well, congratulations on your ticket to jail. I mean, really, at this point, people have had enough. I mean, really, people are to the point where they will document the assault. And no, it's not illegal to call nobody no nigga. And no, it's not illegal to call you a nigger. As much as it is illegal to discriminate against people from different Asian countries, it is also looked down on to discriminate against people who are not supposed to be here. Don't worry about the niggas who we moved a couple 100 miles away from where they was at and told them that they had to work the land and feed our babies and build the structures and do all the things, because again, we're gonna tell them that they was some cotton picking niggas, because cotton, well, we gotta dress, we gotta wear clothes. There's gonna be a time when we give these niggas the ability to buy things, and they're gonna want to dress nice because we know who them niggas are. We know who them niggas is. No. Documenting the assault, the harassment, that's where some people are. So yeah, they're gonna accept the consequences for whatever the fuck is going on, because why not? Shit, I mean, again, you can be illegally over here, wreck a car, not get the same consequences as a person who is here, from here, supposed to be here, doesn't have insurance. Maybe they can't afford it. You know, they just existed under Joe Biden's America, so the cost of living went bananas. But they wrecked the same car. And I'm talking nobody gets hurt, but the American gets a penalty. The illegal gets off. I mean, shit, they get to go. To me, the math would make sense if we didn't know you were here, we caught you, you gotta go. But no, that's not what happens. I'm sorry. This is beyond me, because once you get got, isn't that supposed to be your removal, your revocation? You don't get out of jail free card with this incident. You actually go to jail, because who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? Who are your people? We've had a couple administrations over the past 60, 70 years who have said, we're just going to let things go because it's going to be so confusing. And these niggas are so loving. They don't give a shit to their detriment. I mean, look at how hard they fought to fuck these bitches. We don't want to fuck them. I mean, really, we fucking the little boys and shit. And, you know, we're eating people at this point, and we don't really like this women folk, but we'll deal with them. And you know, the more savvy of us are understanding the fact that we do need to make more of us. So yeah, we'll do it for a little while, but it's some real gay shit, right? But no, everybody is confused. White people are confused, black people are confused, and the people who make sense well, they don't necessarily get the time to have these conversations. They don't necessarily get the audience, and they don't necessarily get a push. Shout out to you, YouTube, for your Black History Month shadow ban removal. I don't know what is going to happen after tonight, and I really hope that I didn't just fuck myself letting everybody know, but I guess maybe I'll find out if I fucked around and found out. Great American Reset. You know, if you're new here, you don't know that I try to do my best to say less. I swear to God, I'm trying to say less, but tonight I felt like I needed to say a little bit more.
Just Eve. Just Eve. Just Eve. Put the check black first.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
Called you a nigga, bruh.
Hey, this white man just called me a nigga in Augusta, Georgia at the Waffle House. Why are you calling me that? That's crazy. Hey, it's a black man working here. You gonna serve us, man? I don't give a fuck who the fuck. I don't care who you're raised by. Why are you calling me that? I don't even know you. You a bum. If I put my hands on you, I'm gonna go to jail, though, right? I'm not gonna do shit. 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 I'm not gonna.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy.
Her creed. Eve's got the wisdom, planting the seed. Just Eve. Just Eve. Just Eve. Just Eve. Planting seeds. Cut the check black first because it's brilliant. People talk too much. Say less. Remain on code, follow the spirit. When the going gets tough, it's time for resilience. A fight inherited, no turning back, we're on our way. Tune into Eve at the end of your day. Defying the odds, she's breaking the mold. Black, beautifully blunt, Eve's story is bold. Unpopular talks, but they need to be heard. Eve's on a mission, spreading the word. Black America is fighting the oldest fight. Using her voice, shining the light. Stay ready, stay strong, that's her creed. Eve's got the wisdom, planting the seed. Just Eve. Just Eve. Just Eve. Just Eve. Planting seeds. Just Eve. Just Eve.